Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. I'm Palki Sharma Upadhyay and I'm here to talk to you about drug abuse. A pervasive phenomenon in the Indian society, yet most of us like to pretend that it's only restricted to the rich and the elite. Let me begin by discussing a drug that has been the subject of some very heated debates in recent months. It comes in many forms. It's known by many names: marijuana, weed, cannabis, or ganja as it is popularly called in India. An overdose of this drug is being sold as breaking news these days. It is illegal and the law must take its course. But it's hardly surprising because this drug has been consumed in India for millennia. The Vedas mention marijuana as one of the 5 sacred plants, a giver of joy with guardian angels residing in its leaves. Ayurveda considers the plant to be of medicinal value. It has been called the penicillin of Ayurvedic medicine. In certain temples in India, this drug is served as prasad, a devotional offering. Devotees believe that this sacred grass will enhance their knowledge of spirituality, help them achieve enlightenment, and I don't even need to tell you about its recreational consumption, the almost universal use of bhang during the festival of Holi. And let me say this, the consumption is not limited to a particular community. Islam forbids the use of intoxicants, but cannabis is quite commonly used by Indian Muslims. Pot smoking is common at Sufi shrines. Like I said, it is a pervasive phenomenon. It is also banned. Though politicians of all hues have tried to legalize its consumption, I could name a few. Maneka Gandhi, a BJP MP and former union minister, she once wanted marijuana to be legalized for medical purposes. Then we have Dr. Dharamveer Gandhi. He once filed a petition to legalize the possession of marijuana. Dr. Tathagat Satpathy of the Biju Janata Dal has also batted for the legalization of the same drug. Now, before I go any further, let me make this very clear. I'm not here to advocate the consumption of this drug or its legalization. I'm only here to discuss drug abuse in India and why going after select high-profile targets is not going to fix the problem. Do you know the magnitude of cannabis consumption in India? I have official figures. According to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and listen to this, 2.8% of the Indian population was consuming cannabis as of 2019. That's more than 3 crore individuals. If you think that's shocking, then beat this. In 2018, a German outlet released an index for global consumption of weed, a list of 10 cities across the world where the consumption was widespread. And the names of 2 cities stand out: India's national capital, New Delhi, in the 3rd place, and India's financial capital, Mumbai, in the 6th place. Amsterdam, a city that is notorious for consumption of weed, ranked 56th. The annual consumption was barely a tenth of what they consumed in New Delhi. And by the way, marijuana is not the only drug that is commonly used in India. Tens of thousands of individuals are getting high on a lot more: opium, hashish, heroin, ephedrine, amphetamine, meth, ketamine, mephedrone, cocaine. The list is long. The geographical spread is huge. In the last 5 years, these drugs have been seized in large quantities all over India. 2 regions top the list in terms of the quantity of seizures, 2 regions where drug dependency has become colossal: Punjab and the Northeast. It is said that every 1 in 3 homes in Punjab has a drug addict. The rate of consumption in Punjab is 3 times higher than the national average. In the states of Sikkim, Assam and Manipur, drug abuse is a household problem. A lot has been said and written about the situation. Movies have been made on the subject. But have you ever wondered why these 2 regions are the worst affected? Blame their geographical location. These states are located along the border areas, and India is surrounded by drug manufacturing countries. In the west, Iran, Afghanistan and Pakistan form the Golden Crescent. In the east, Thailand, Laos and Myanmar form the Golden Triangle. These are 2 of the world's biggest drug-producing areas. The Golden Triangle is a leading producer of meth. The Golden Crescent maintains a near monopoly on opium production. Reports say at least 2,000 kilos of drugs are trafficked every day in the Northeast via trucks carrying goods. 2,000 kilograms every day. In Punjab, smugglers have dug tunnels to transport drugs into India. Some of them simply toss drug packets across the border. The farmers take these packets home and they're collected by couriers and then sent to distributors all over the country. Local politicians and police officers have been caught running drug rackets. In 2016, 68 officials of the Punjab police were arrested for their involvement in drug trade. Just an example. The drug crisis in India has become institutionalized. The transit points have become consumption hubs. India itself has become a key hub for illicit drug trade. In 2016, India accounted for at least 6% of the world's cannabis seizures. In 2018, the fourth highest opium seizures were reported from India. In 2019, 2,448 kilograms of heroin, more than 7,000 kilos of opium and at least 58 kilos of cocaine were seized in India. And this year, India witnessed a massive spike in the narcotics business. The monthly average seizure during the first 5 months of 2020 was 462 kilos. What explains the spike? The fact that most drug consumers today have become drug peddlers themselves. Their addiction is forcing them to become part of drug rackets. According to one study, when drug addicts run out of money, they get a proposal of sell 10, get 1. Sell 10 packets, get 1 free. And these are the lucky ones. The unlucky ones struggle to deal with the withdrawal symptoms, and when they cannot, many commit suicide. Again, I have some figures for you. In 2019, the National Crime Records Bureau, NCRB, released a report on accidental deaths and suicides. It said suicides due to drug abuse had more than doubled in the last 10 years. In 2010, there were over 3,400 cases. By 2019, more than 7,800. Now, pause for a moment and ask yourself, why do drug addicts commit suicide? Because the society we live in sees drug addiction as a criminal moral crisis and not an illness, not a health issue. Do you remember this face? His name is Kamlesh. Not very long ago, a disturbing video of this boy went viral. He was talking about his drug addiction.
पहले हम पीते थे इससे बड़ी से ना सिगरेट से स्लोजन जो ट्यूब फिर स्लोजन सीख गए। बहुत अच्छा मजा आया था, ऐसा घूमते हैं, नशा आता है, नींद अच्छी आती है, रात में सपने नहीं आते हैं, अच्छी नींद आती है, खाना भी अच्छा खाते हैं, मस्त।
What did the world do? Laughed at his sad life, subjected him to insensitive memes and jokes, made crude comments. Drug addiction is a serious issue. Ostracizing and shaming addicts will not pull them out of the abyss. Conversations with them might. And by saying this, I run the risk of undermining what the law states. Drug consumption is a crime under the Indian law, and we respect the law. Having said that, look around you. The laws are not doing enough to stop young children from falling into this trap. In 2019, the East Delhi Municipal Corporation conducted a survey on drug abuse. It found that 1 out of every 6 children in the national capital, 1 out of 6, was on drugs. What was more shocking was the age group. Most of these children were between 8 and 11. 8 and 11 years old. Shaming such young minds for consuming drugs may end up feeding their addiction. So if you have a child who is currently going through a drug problem, here are some simple steps recommended by experts. Number 1, avoid lecturing them. Instead, listen to their opinions, their questions, their reasons behind drug abuse. Number 2, avoid scare tactics. Instead, emphasize on how drug use can affect the things that are important to your child, things like sport. And number 3, discuss ways to resist peer pressure. Come up with ideas on how to turn down unsolicited offers to consume drugs. And most importantly, pay attention to what your child sees and hears. Social media, television programs, news channels, movies, songs, all of them either glamorize drug abuse or trivialize the issue. None of them is helping.
Gravitas Plus, co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.